Hey, what's going on, good people? Today I'll be looking at the BMS Return of the King Superman, also known as Kingdom Come Superman. This is one I've kind of been waiting on for a long time, at least for them to come out with a figure like this. I've got a couple other ones that I'm gonna actually put in this review as well, but yeah, this is I'm digging this one right here. Um, I think they got a lot of the likeness from them. There's a little bit it's different, but um, yeah, man, I really like this. I like the detail that went into it, the build of the character. Even looking at the detail down on the boots. I mean, that's something I really didn't expect for them to do. Is it unnecessary? Sure. Is it a nice touch? Of course it is. Um, Another thing is the cape. It's not a wired cape. I'm a big fan of the wired capes, but this ain't a deal breaker because mainly you can see it in promotional pictures that it wasn't. But it does drape really nicely though, so that kind of makes up for it there. But again, I like the build they use on it. Now the one thing is for me, I am gonna do a customization on it, would kind of customize a little bit, touch up, however you want to put it, because like the hairline's back a little further, and I don't think it really looks like um, the Alex Ross, drawing. So that's one of the things I'm gonna try to do is kind of touch it up a little bit and see how close I can get it from how it is now to this. So let's see. Well, by George, I think we did it. Look at this. And I think that came out pretty good. Tried to soften up the where the hairline was, brought the hairline out a little bit, but softened up so it actually looked more natural. Didn't have such a hard line to the hair. Um, Darkened the skin a little bit because in the comics, the way the artwork was, I mean, this is Superman has been on Earth for a while, so he absorbed a lot of solar radiation. I mean, even in this one, he didn't even kryptonite didn't affect him anymore. So, he's been a little sun kissed. So, yeah, man, this came out better than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. Half the time when I do these, I kind of think, this is an expensive figure. Um, I might be messing this up, but this came out really nice. I'm not sure how well it's showing up. I tried to paint it, give him blue eyes because his eyes weren't blue. But yeah, man, I'm really liking this. So let's get a nice little T pose in here. Yeah, I don't want to stretch that out too much because it is cloth, so I don't want to risk ripping that. I would do it if it was a cheaper figure, but not quite on this one. It does get the nice double jointed knees. His foot actually doesn't go back. His ankle pivot doesn't go back that far. But a tilt, not pivot, a tilt. But let me get me a nice quick Superman pose here. Let's see, and get this arm up here. And there you go. Arch your back a little bit. And see, like I said, the cape, it just drapes over really nicely. So, it's kind of like no wire needed. It's definitely not a deal breaker. I actually wish more figures that didn't use wire actually use this type of material. Because, like I said, it just drapes over really nice. So, yeah, I could see getting a lot of nice poses out of this. So get a really nice ab crunch. But like on some of the other Superman, he can bend back is actually much deeper. yeah, he's double jointed. I'm not gonna bend his arm too much, mainly because well, I don't want to mess it up, and I'm a little cautious about not that it feels like it is, but I'm a little cautious about ripping the fabric itself. But let's get him in a nice heroic pose here. Do notice the S is a little bit over to the side. It's not really centered, but that's all right. You know, everything else looks great on this. I like the S overall, the way they have it. So, you know, if it's a little off centered, again, not a deal breaker at all. So, yeah, this I'm glad I actually picked this one up. So this will be a nice addition to my my Superman collection. So, now let's get into some of the accessories. So he comes with these, I guess these are kind of like grasping or claw-like hand. Well, not claws. Superman don't have claws, but you know, hey. And he comes with these open palm hands. It's a little more relaxed. And so, yeah, I actually forgot to paint the underside of that one. So I have to go back and do that later. But yes, and then he has the flight hands. So that's get some nice poses in with that. But yeah, so I'm again glad I picked this figure up. So let's get into some of the comparisons. All right, so let's get to it. Let me bring out the original Kingdom Come Superman by Alex Ross. This came out years back, and actually, this is the very first figure that I've ever collected. That got me into collecting figures. And back then, I really wasn't doing it much. I kind of picked some up here and there, every so often. But yeah, this is my gateway figure here. You know, Superman kind of does that. Next is the Alex Ross Justice Superman from the Justice comics that they had come out. And yeah, it's a little taller. You know, I kind of like the more of the 6-inch scale. It's not too much taller, but you know, but yeah, you know, hey, it's Alex Ross, so I had to pick it up. And lastly, for good measure, is Christopher Reeves. You always gotta have a Christopher Reeves figure in your batch. This is by NECA. This was my placeholder until I got the Mezco version. So let me slide these over a little bit so I can get these other guys back in here. Get a nice shot. You can tell, you know, this one, the new Kingdom Come Superman is a little more sun-kissed. You know, he's been out absorbing solar radiation a bit longer than the other guys have. So, and again, that's how he looked in the comics. So, yeah, I mean, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and see you on the next video.
Hey, Crimson, run it up.